All right. Go ahead and like.
I'm sorry. It's like... What's up, everybody? My name is Sarita.
And Zay.
And welcome to our channel. So today we have a really good video for you guys. Pro tips for cruising on a budget.
But before that,
we just want to say thanks so much for helping us to hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for the newbies, the new subs that have come and subscribed to our channel, that love our content, and for you guys that have like the ones that stuck with us from the beginning, that's been with us since the beginning. Thank you so much.
And it might be small to some of you guys, but this is a big milestone for us because we're literally just getting back into the flow of doing this YouTube thing. We both made it up our mind. Okay, let's start documenting our vacations, and ever since then it's just taken off within like a matter of a couple of months. So yeah, it's been amazing. So thank you guys for this short ride. We got many more to go. Yes. So
I mean, like, before we get started on the cruising on a budget video, just wanted to give you a short, bio. Like I said, my name is Sarita. This is Zay, or Xavier, Zay for short. But we are a family of 4, and we have 2 little daughters. As y'all seen in our some of our videos, we love to take family trips. But as well as like couple trips as well. We really try to balance like our vacation videos, our vlogs, so just keep it fresh. But we love family trips. We started off with our oldest daughter, 12. She's 12 now, but her first cruise is at like 3 years old. But we had taken our first cruise, shortly before that. So
I mean, she was in Canada at the age of what, 4?
Yeah, 3 or 4 cruises when she was 3. Canada when she was 3. And
Disney World at 6 months.
Yeah. So we were like, hey, the technology back then was like way different. So we still have a lot of those videos on like DVDs like this. Yeah. That we haven't got a chance to like put on YouTube. So we still have so much more, but
that is awesome,
us growing up in this modern technology, we're like, hey, let's show the world, and us just having fun.
Oh yeah,
it's
us
really
being
just
us being us. Always loved traveling and just doing different things. So
that was like, we got married in 2008. And we had our oldest daughter in 2010, and from our honeymoon we went to Orlando. It's like we just fell in love with going out of town and taking trips and traveling and just not being caught up in just working home. It's a stress reliever for us. It's fun, and in the future we're going to try to bring you guys more stuff like cooking videos and things like that. So y'all just stay tuned. We have so many ideas. We just want to keep going, and yeah, we just want to tell you guys we appreciate you so much.
Oh yeah, appreciate you guys.
So let's get right into the cruising on the budget video.
All right,
let's go.
Let's do it. All right, you guys, so let's get into the meat of the video for today. The video's topic for today is cruising on a budget. Cruising on a budget. I don't know about you, but there were times in the beginning that I still wanted to vacation, but I had to keep in mind I had a little budget here. So these are some tips that we have grown and had over the years to help us with our vacation. People always say, oh, how do you guys vacation? How are you guys able to go all the time? That's because we have a budget. We have things that we have set in place to mitigate and to help us with our vacation. So I'm gonna start off. The first tip that I want to give you guys on today is the time of year. It makes a difference in your cruising if you're trying to cruise on a budget. For example, a lot of times we have cruised during hurricane season. A lot of people say, oh, I wouldn't cruise on hurricane season.
Still taking a chance, but
it's still taking a chance, but honestly, we have not had a bad experience.
We've never ran into bad weather.
Typically, hurricane season starts between mid-August and it goes all the way up until beginning of November time frame. So if you want to try to look during those times, you may be able to catch a good deal.
Yes. Yes, that's true. And just to ping off of what you were saying at the beginning, a lot of people look at us and say, how can you guys afford it? Like, it seems like a ton of money y'all are spending every time, but it really takes your, you know, research and your budgeting, and it's actually really affordable.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully you guys,
bad.
yeah, take these tips and actually use them, because they're from our personal experience. So number 2, be open to any cruise line. Any cruise line. And when we say any cruise line, you know, you have your Carnival, your Norwegian, your Royal Caribbean. We don't want, I mean, we never looked at it as, okay, Carnival is the cheapest, or Royal is, oh, it's so expensive, or Norwegian is so expensive. You just have to do your research, because these other cruise lines may have pretty good deals.
Oh, yeah.
And it may come even equal or even less, you know, than
Right.
Carnival. You just stay open-minded, instead of thinking that always this one cruise line has the cheaper price, because it may, you know, it may not be true. I mean, so do your research.
There's been times when we just want to catch a quick cruise.
Yeah, quick cruise.
For instance, the last Carnival cruise it went on,
very affordable.
It was very affordable, and we originally had planned to go to Philadelphia, but I waited to the last minute, and the flights had done booked up.
Yeah.
So I said, well, let's do what we always love to do. Let's see if we can catch a cruise, and I was able to catch that cruise within a matter of like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was very, very, very affordable for my wife and I. So that may be a good thing to do.
Yeah, because we've traveled on, like, we love Royal, we love Norwegian, but we said, hey, let's look into Carnival again. You know, and they had a really, really good price.
Even Royal.
Yeah.
One time before, in the beginning, when we started cruising, I was able to catch a vacation 2 weeks beforehand, and I think we paid maybe $398, $400 for my wife and I to cruise on the one of the Royal Caribbean ships that we won. I think Majesty of the Seas.
Yeah.
We were able to catch that for like $400. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, just don't be in the era of just one cruise line. You catch them all. When I'm trying to catch a deal, I'm looking at, I have like 4 screens open. Like, I'm looking at Roy, I'm looking at Norwegian, I'm looking at Carnival, I'm even looking at Disney, because I have caught, you know, deals on Disney, you know, long time ago. But I have caught cruises, a good, you know, deal on Disney cruise.
And also older ships. So you know, the biggest ships, of course, may be the most expensive. So the older ships, they may be a little bit smaller, but you can still have a good time if you're coming really for the destination, and the actual ship itself isn't a big deal to you. You know, if you're not going to spend a ton of time actually on the ship or in your room, go for the slightly older ships. You can also catch a good deal with the older ships as well.
Which leads me to my next tip. Tip number 3, get a cheaper cabin. Sometimes, you know, the inside cabins, they can be a good deal if you just want to cruise on a budget. And like she said, if it's not something to where the cruise is, you know, the place you want to be, if you want to be outside the cruise, or if it's the destination that you're going, you may want to look at getting a cheaper cabin. Now, I'm not going to say that the inside cabin is always the cheapest route, because sometimes you can catch an ocean view room just as much or just as cheaper as the inside cabin. There have been times when on a Carnival ship, in the beginning, I would look at the port view, the porthole view room, and that was much cheaper than the actual inside cabin. So you just gotta do your research, but that may be a route to go, just getting a cheaper cabin.
And you can also upgrade later. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with booking the inside cabin, you know, with no window or anything. Booking that and possibly calling the cruise line to see if you can upgrade later for a cheaper price. You know, that's also a possibility. Now, you have to be okay with they may not have any upgrades, so you have to be okay with possibly, you know, keeping that interior room. But like we said, if you're not really going for the ship itself, say you're on, you know, a 5-day and you really want to be out on those ports like all day, and all you're doing is pretty much laying your head down in your room, then the inside cabin is fine. But yeah, give a call. Don't be afraid to call them and see what kind of deals they may have to upgrade later. I
remember that one of the other cruises that we went, especially now during COVID, you know, you may call, you know, of course, if you book like an ocean view or inside, and you know, just to kind of get it going, you may end up calling now during COVID season. A lot of people, they'll catch COVID and they'll have to cancel their cruise.
Cancel it,
And so if they cancel their cruise, that upgraded room that you was wanting is probably available. I did that one time.
Yeah.
You know, I called like on a Thursday. Excuse me, no, it was like a Monday. I think we was leaving on like a Thursday. I called on a Monday. They didn't have any upgrades available. I called again on that Wednesday beforehand. Lo and behold, they had one room available for us to upgrade to. So, and that's because a lady, I believe it was a lady, because I was on a
forum.
On a forum. She had caught COVID, so I believe that I was able to catch that upgraded room because she had to cancel. So, might be something to consider.
Yes. So number 4, there is an option to let the cruise line actually pick your cabin room for you. So that is always, pretty much always, going to be the cheaper route. Let them pick your room. However, of course, it may come with a stipulation. It may be on, you know, level 2, near the bottom of the ship. It may be closer to elevators. But if you're really trying to cruise on a budget, that may be something you want to look into. Let them pick your room for you. It always pops up as an option, and it's normally significantly cheaper than picking your own room. Of course, if you pick your own room, it'll be a higher price, but you can pick wherever you want. Letting them pick it though, it will definitely save you some money. So definitely consider letting the cruise line pick your room for you.
All right, I think you hit that right on the nail. All right, which leads me to number 5. Number 5, before you leave, set a budget. Always set a budget. If you're trying to cruise on a budget, set your budget. I know anytime that we go, I always set aside, okay, say, you know, boo, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set aside this amount of money, and this is what we're going to spend. I don't care what, you know, and this is what we're gonna try to stick to. But we normally
don't even go over.
We never hit that.
Yeah, we never hit it. Now we're not the ones to, you know, play a lot in the casino, but if you do play in the casino, set a budget for that as well. Let that be a separate budget than from your beverages.
It's really easy to when you get on a cruise line, it's really easy to overdo it. It's like, really easy to give them your set sail card or your card, hey, charge to the room, and you get carried away. I love it now where just pretty much every cruise line, they have the app, the cruise app, so where you can track your expenses right on the app.
Yep.
There used to be a time when you used to have to go to guest services every day and maybe get a printout of your expenses. Now you can look on the app.
We've been cruising a long time. That is
they would give you the actual funny. So
wow,
that may be something you want to consider, just getting that app. I love the app. I love it. I'm constantly looking to make sure, nothing, nothing crazy has came out. I'm constantly looking, and it keeps me on track, with our budget. Like I said, we never hit our budget, but
we always budget a little bit higher just in case we go out on a port we've never been to.
Because I'm gonna enjoy myself. That's one thing about me. When I go on vacation, my wife, she'll tell you. She's the one. Oh, I think I'm gonna just get it, baby. You want it? Go get it. You want that drink? Go get that drink. Go enjoy yourself.
We still never really cap out on our budget.
Never hit it.
Set a budget, you guys, for the casino, for your food, for your drinks. Set that budget. It will definitely help you stay on budget. And of course,
the longer your cruise, that is the more you want to try to budget out.
5-7 days.
If you got exotic locations, you may want to budget it out a little bit, so.
All right, so let's move on to number 6. Don't book an excursion. And I know that sounds crazy, but don't book your excursion. So our tip is to really help you save money and stay on that budget. Do your research on the actual port. So if it's a port you've never been to, especially, do your research and see what the actual port has to offer instead of actually an excursion through Carnival or through the actual cruise line, because they can get pricey. I know you guys know it almost seems like excursions have like skyrocketed and got so expensive, like $199 per person depending on what it is. So definitely do your research on the actual port. see what kind of things they offer. You can even take a taxi or a tram to get around, you know.
Free beaches.
Yeah, to the free beaches. Just do your research on what the port actually has to offer. You know, say if it's a port you've already been to and you just want to get off the ship, you don't want to stay on the ship, just see what the actual port has to offer instead of spending the big bucks on excursions through the Carnival line. Now you have to be careful because you can book things through like private vendors on the ports, like jet skis and things like that, but just be very careful.
Yeah, be careful.
A lot of those places are very strict when it comes to like slightly damaging, you know, the jet ski or a scooter and things like that. So be careful out there, but it could save you some money. So just do your research and be safe with that. And
just be very, like, if you know that you're gonna book something outside of the cruise line, just remember to set a time standard, because one of the advantages of booking through the cruise line is, you know, the actual excursion can run over time. However, those, you know, the people that's running the excursion, they're constant contact with the cruise line, letting them know what's going on and who's on the actual excursion, who's from the boat, like the passengers. So it may be one of those things where you book outside of the cruise line, you got the potential of getting left, you know. So if you're gonna do it, which nothing against that, and we've done it before several times, but we've always accounted time. So we've always given ourselves maybe a 2-hour window, you know, from the time that we're gonna go to this beach. If the cruise is gonna leave at 5 o'clock, we're headed back to the cruise line by 1:30.
Oh yeah.
2 o'clock, we're trying to be back on the ship by 3.
By 3, yeah.
That's just giving us time, you know what I'm saying? Just to be safe, because we don't want to get left.
Yeah, so save money, but just be safe at the same time.
Okay. Which leads me to my next point. Point number 7. Is that number 7? That's 7? Yeah, that's 7.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bring a beverage with you.
Yeah. Did you guys know you could do that?
You can bring sodas with you. You can bring wine with you. If you want to save a little bit of money and not having to drink the lemonade or the unsweetened iced tea, you know, us from the South, we do.
We love sweet tea, but it does get kind of redundant on the cruise.
But if you want to save a little bit of money and you don't want to pay for
the drink package,
these drink packages, because they can get rather expensive, bring your beverage with you. And
one thing we found out that some cruise lines now, if you know, you guys watching have been cruising for a while, drink packages, you used to be able to just buy them per person. Some cruise lines still allow you to just buy 1 drink package per person, but recently we found out that, I think it's Carnival.
Yep.
Carnival, the way they do it now, if one person in that cabin buys a drink package, every adult is required to buy a drink package as well that's in that cabin with you. Yep.
So you may spend $200, you know, for, you know, 1 drink package, and you end up spending 4 if it's 2 of you guys and adults in there.
Right.
You know, so that may be something you want to consider, just bringing your stuff with you.
Yep.
You know, it might be a little tedious at check-in, you know, before the cabin is ready. You're carrying around a 12 pack of Pepsi, you know, but it may save you a little bit of money in the long run.
Yes.
So
that's a good idea.
Yep.
All right. So on to our last tip, you guys. Tip number 8. So you want to book early. And when I say early, we're talking like a year or 2 in advance. Or you can look for last minute deals. And when we say last minute, we may mean like 2 or 3 weeks before or even later. So look for early bird deals and last minute deals. Last minute deals.
Some sailings, they have to, so they might look to sell those cabins due to low demand.
Yeah.
So when sailings don't sell out, they have to try to see about getting those cabins filled.
Yeah.
So by getting those cabins filled, you may get it at a cheaper rate. Like I said, there have been several times when I have booked, you know, just like, okay, boo, you know what? I hadn't really decided what I want to do for my birthday, but I tell you what, let's go on a cruise.
Yes.
And I go in there and I start looking at things, and oh my goodness, we may catch a deal for $199 per person. Of course, you got to pay the port fees and taxes, but you end up getting a sweet deal for 2 people.
Yes.
Just by doing it at the last minute. So.
But also, we have booked, I believe, before COVID hit, we had a room booked for Alaska. And that was 2 years in advance. That was literally the one that we had to cancel, if you guys remember. That was the one we had to cancel, but 2 years in advance, we booked a cruise to Alaska. We were supposed to go October 2019, I believe. Yep. And that was an amazing deal because it was so far in advance. So definitely do your research. If you already know beforehand, years before, and it's a rather expensive cruise, you already know it's going to be rather expensive. Like once you hear somebody say Alaskan cruise, you know it's like, that's not going to be super cheap.
It's not gonna be super cheap. So I think it was maybe, it was like $600, like $500-600. It really wasn't bad at all, and it was on a decent Norwegian cruise ship. It was one of the newer ones at the time. Yeah, so, and
that was like 2 years in advance.
Yeah, I booked that two years in advance because I was thinking, I said, well, we'll have to fly to Seattle. We'll have to,
Seattle.
You know. So I was like, okay, let's do it a little at a time. So I had the down payment.
And pay on it.
I had the down payment on the cruise, and I said, well, we're just gonna make a payment, you know, and that's what I did.
Yeah,
I made
there's nothing wrong with that.
I literally had it paid off within like a year. I did a little at a time, and then just when I was going to book the flights, COVID hit.
Yes.
And the cruise,
so sad.
all the cruises had come to a halt. So you know,
look for those deals.
So look for it. You know, you never know. You'll catch it early. Or
save some money,
you know,
or do it last minute. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video for cruising on a budget. These 8 tips, hopefully you guys take them and use them, and hopefully it saves you some money.
And again, if you guys have any other tips that you like to provide, put them in the comment section below. We would love to hear it. Like I said, these are just some of the things that we have accumulated over the years, and some stuff that has helped us when we just want to go on a quick cruise on a budget. So, you know, so we hope that this helped, and go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.
And I just want to let you guys know that we sincerely love you guys' comments. We love reading you guys' comments. Like, we literally will sit in, I want you guys to like look at us as just regular people. We just love it. Like, we regular people, we'll sit in our bed, we'll scroll through the comments, and we just love responding to you guys, and just keep the comments coming. It really helps us get connected to you guys, and we want you guys to feel connected to us and just enjoy all of our content, whether it be cruise or just vlogs, because we love vlogging as well. If we're not on a cruise, we just like going to different cities and vlogging and things like that.
We're gonna be everywhere.
We like just going everywhere. And we have some surprises coming up next year. We're not going to mention where we're going, but we have an awesome trip coming up next year, you guys. So please stay tuned.
Waiting for this. So we can't wait.
Y'all stay tuned.
Just stay tuned. It's gonna be amazing.
Content is coming.
And I think as we get closer to that time, we're gonna put out a few tips on how it helped us, you know.
Yeah, we may do a video before.
To where we're going.
Yes. So y'all stay tuned. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.